Did I ever tell you about my trip? I will finish with this because this is a really good one.
Yeah.
So you remember a long time ago when spice was a thing?
Yes.
Do you remember?
It was legal.
Yep.
And you tricked me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
I was a terrible human.
Yeah.
I remember being like, Josh, they're gonna let you hit it, and you gotta hit it so I can hit it. And you were like, what? And I was like, yeah, don't worry. You don't even gotta take a big. I didn't think that.
You set me up so bad. You filled up a gallon. You emptied the water out of a gallon of water.
Oh yeah.
And you let like the.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you let like the smoke.
I took some of that too. I shared it with you.
It was me and Ashley.
Oh.
We did it together.
Oh.
You didn't.
Oh.
You were there watching us. Like, you were like, oh, I'm going to be here. Make sure you can do the game.
Oh. Squish it now! Squish it now! What was that doing? Why would I do that?
I don't know. You're an asshole.
I know.
Yeah.
Was I getting back at you?
No, dude. I let you live in my house after you had, like, nowhere to go.
I don't know why.
And you just did that to us, like, no regard for human life.
I don't know why. I was really religious then. I don't know why I would have done that.
You were.
Yeah,
you were all about the Book of Mormon at that point.
Yeah, I was super religious.
Oh my God.
So okay, hold on. So
that was horrible.
So there was this other thing of spice called Salvia, and Salvia is a lot worse than spice. Spice is bad. Salvia is mega bad.
Salvia was legal as well at one point.
Salvia is legal as well. Still legal in some places.
Yeah.
So
I remember that.
I did this stuff called, I think it was 100x or 10x or something like that, which is like extract of salvia. So it's like really strong.
Okay.
Brian Bellingham packed a whole bong bowl of it, and I toasted the whole thing, sunk it, took the hit, held it in, blew it out. When I blew it out, the best way that I could describe it is I looked down at my hand, and it looked like my skin was becoming sucked into the ground. So I was like, like I was getting sucked into the chair. And I ended up going through the chair into the ground, like all the way. And then what happened was, this is the craziest part, I ceased to exist. I was someone else. I was this guy, but I had always been him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew his history. I knew his past. I knew his parents. I knew stuff that happened to him as a kid. I knew, Josh, the level of detail about how I'm describing this man to you.
Yeah.
It was me.
I've done salvia.
Yeah, it was me.
So, like I said, we bought that at the fucking, the Hood Market in Monmouth. Like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's something you could just go to your grocery store, like, convenience store and buy. So when I did it, the only time I ever did it, similar to what you just said. I don't know. I don't remember how I ingested it, but quite as well as you do. But I remember when I was done, like I remember sitting there, and then like everything turned into like cartoon world.
Yeah.
So like I was staring at like this is an apartment. You know, like the wall was like in a TV. We're all turning into cartoon.
See, that didn't happen to me.
And then I imagined myself into this farmer's life. Like his whole life, I remember being this farmer.
Yeah.
And so the people that were in this room with me, I thought they were all like, I remember thinking everybody was like, because I was like a Mexican farmer, so everybody was like racist against me.
Fuck you, fool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude.
And it was like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
See, so what it felt like to us, it felt like 40 minutes. It felt like an hour, maybe 2 hours. And in my motion, this is what happened for me. In my motion, I was literally going through the town. I had my lady with me. We were on horses. This is how specific it was. We're going through the town. I'm waving at everybody. I know everybody. I'm like, hey, it's Barry the blacksmith, and it's Timmy. And, you know, they have real names. And then I get off my horse. I walk in. And I'm talking to this guy, and he's talking to me and my lady. And he's like, how you doing today? You guys doing good? And like, what's crazy is when I tell you this, the level of history that I had with not only this fellow, but the woman was insane. It was like he was like my Uncle G's that I've known forever, and like we were shopping and we were just gathering things. And it was like I was him. And here's where it gets really crazy. We get on our horses and we're riding back home. Mm-hmm. We never make it home. As we're riding on our horses, I get sucked out of the sky by a beam of light. Seriously, I get sucked out of the sky by a beam of light, and she is like, no, like that, and I'm floating like, nah, nah, nah. I come to. When I come to, I see everybody, Brian, Texas, everybody, and they're all laughing at me because I can't talk. I'm like, I'm obviously all crazy, but I was still him. For 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, I didn't know who anybody was. I didn't even know who I was. I was still him. All I was worried about was where my wife was. All I was worried about was, I'm dead serious.
So, you know what's one worse than that? When you fucking made me do spice, like I just said, and I.
Let me give you a story here, Mike.
I didn't even tell you why it was the worst experience of all time.
I'm surprised you haven't been like this.
So
that's your go-to.
So yeah. So I got to relive, like live my dad dying, and then I reincarnated as my dad. Like my dad got reincarnated, but it was like I was seeing, like I saw myself, like I saw like what it would be like to be my dad.
Oh fuck.
And then I was just like in hell. Like I was like just a raging, like if you were ever to like take a spaceship and like accidentally run it into the sun, that was just like me there. I was just like, it just looked like I was like going into like hell in the sun. And then I woke up and I saw your fucking face right over me, and I wanted to kill you.
Did you know Oliver did it too?
Did he?
Yeah, I got Oliver to try it too. I don't know why I was trying to get you guys to do this. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought it was some kind of a cool experience, but Oliver.
I don't even know how that was legal.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Dude, could you imagine taking that and then driving? Everybody would be dead. Everybody would be dead.
No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Everybody would be dead.
I don't even know how you could buy that in the store.
How?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's worse than any drug I've ever done in my life. And it changed my life completely, even till this day. And they say, oh, it's a mild sedative experience, a hallucinogen. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah. I was another guy my entire life. I remember things about him as a kid. Like, I remember, like, playing with little Johnny down by there and then him getting hit by the horse. Like, dude, it's crazy, Josh. I'm dead serious.
You live like another life.
I did live another life.
Yeah.
It was like I was him. But the weirdest part was when I came back, because I was still him.
Well, that's like, so talking about, that was Salvia, right?
Yeah.
So that's like me, when I came back too as well. I was like, from my farmer life, I came back too, and everybody around me was like racist because I was a farmer.
Did you recognize me?
No, not you. That was Spice.
Oh, okay.
This is Salvia. I did Salvia with a different group.
Okay.
Before your time. Man, no, I'm just kidding. But it was about a year before that.
So
because I think Salvia was legal, and then that shit got taken off the shelf real quick. And then Spice came out, like a little more subdued. But I had a worse experience in Spice than I did Salvia.
Well, see, here's what's weird, is because they had came clean and told me later that they, because they were douches, were actually giving us, even me included, Salvia and Spice mixed. And I didn't know that. Oh, shit. I thought I was just getting Spice. And they, because they like thought it was funny or whatever, but it was Adam and all them, they did it to me too. I didn't know. So, like, the effect that you got, you weren't supposed to get that. Like, I normally hit Spice, and it's kind of like weed. So, I think that was what I remember. I wasn't, because I would have never gave you something like that. Same thing with Oliver. I would have never gave Oliver fucking something like that. But me and Oliver were selling weed and smoking weed at that. We had just done that. So, like, it wasn't too far to think that way.
Yeah.
But I would have never gave you Salvia. Like, that's what Adam was doing, because he's a fucking douche. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Well,